received a Creative Wales Award first in 2007 to explore theatre for babies, and then last year to go on a personal and professional journey in honour of my dad, who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 7 years before he died in 2011. So what I'm still engaged in is gathering stories from people with dementia and looking at how I might dramatise those and share those with audiences and finding who those audiences might be. So I am going to begin with a poem. And the first slide, please. It's The Old Man and the Young Boy by Shel Silverstein. Said the little boy, sometimes I drop my spoon. Said the old man, I do that too. The little boy whispered, I wet my pants. I do that too, laughed the old man. Said the little boy, I often cry. The old man nodded, so do I. But worst of all, said the boy, it seems grown-ups don't pay attention to me. And he felt the warmth of a wrinkled old hand. I know what you mean, said the little old man. Some grown-ups do pay attention. I've created theatre for babies and from the stories of 3 and 4-year-olds. And as I said, I'm currently exploring dramatising stories from older people with dementia. On Tuesday, I had a progress meeting with my Arts Council officer. She listened and she understood and she connected with me in the way that that man is connecting with that baby. In fact, she read my mind without the use of a hat of electrodes. She helped me realise that I need to honour my dad at the height of his powers, not just the dad with dementia that he was in his last few years. On his last Christmas, this polar bear puppet delighted my dad as much as it's delighting this baby. And it was a really bittersweet moment because he'd been an actor and a director and the youngest ever head of a UK drama school. But he was engaging with that puppet. And at the height of his powers, Dad had encouraged me to be brave, to go it alone, not to follow the pack, and to maybe stray from the path sometimes. He'd encouraged me to be curious and to look around me and to discover the tools and the inspiration for creativity that are all around if you only choose to look hard enough. Pencils in trees for drawing and writing. He taught me that if your work is meaningful, it won't please all of the people all of the time. Some will be delighted by it, some will be a little perplexed, and some of them will be moving off and making a sharp exit off the side. He taught me that creativity arises from our ability to see things from many different angles. Look at it this way and this way. He also taught me to turn things on their head, turn them upside down, and that the people who refer to out-of-the-box thinking still see the box, and it's actually the people who don't even know the box exists who are the real innovators. He taught me not to try and please people by smiling just because they'd asked me to. He taught me to be true to my own inner voice. And I think a lot of my work has been at the service of other people and other audiences. And so for me, this is quite a shift in my Creative Wales. He hated this photo of himself because it represented everything he was against, kind of buttoned up, straight-jacketed. So at this meeting on Tuesday, this officer did me a huge service by saying to me that yes, I need to tell the stories of those with dementia, to honour this dad, the one who was eroded by dementia. And I still very much want to do that, but actually I need to honour this dad, the man of the theatre, and to remember, and I'd say this to everybody this year, that your Creative Wales Award is about you focusing on what do you want to say, who do you want to say it to, and how do you want to say it. So cheers, Dad, and thank you, Arts Council of Wales.